फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम बैक टू माय चैनल। आज की वीडियो में हम पढ़ेंगे प्रॉब्लम्स ऑफ इंडियन एग्रीकल्चर। इसके पहले वाली वीडियो में हमने एग्रीकल्चर के फीचर्स और इम्पोर्टेंस को डिस्कस किया, तो पहले आप वो वाली वीडियो देख के आओ, देन इसको कंटिन्यू करना। तो प्रॉब्लम्स ऑफ इंडियन एग्रीकल्चर में पहली प्रॉब्लम क्या थी? प्रॉब्लम ऑफ लो प्रोडक्टिविटी। ये सबसे पहली और फॉरमोस्ट प्रॉब्लम थी इंडियन एग्रीकल्चर की। And compared to advanced nations of the world, crop productivity is extremely low in India. And we have already discussed this as a characteristic feature of Indian agriculture. Next क्या है हमारा? Lack of permanent means of irrigation. As noted earlier, crop farming in India is heavily dependent on rainfall. Failure of rainfall implies failure of crops in India. Then again हमारा problem of finance. Lack of finance for diverse farming activities is another major problem facing Indian agriculture. Farmers need short period finance for the purchase of seeds, fertilizers and related inputs. They need long term finance long period of finance for the purchase of machinery like tractors and threshers. For bulk of their financial needs, the small farmers depend upon non-institutional sources like mahajans, money lenders, and the landlords who charge high rate of interest. Then again, हमारा conventional outlook. Conventional outlook towards farming is yet another principal problem of the Indian agriculture. Despite so much of modernization in the area of farm technology and farm management practices, Indian farmer continues to be riddled with conventional wisdom. It continues to consider farming more as a means of subsistence and less of a business ventures. Accordingly, he continues to focus on crops which offer him food security rather than those which offer high inputs but are risk prone. Then आगे हमारा lack of organized marketing system. Marketing system related to crop production is highly unorganized. A vast majority of the farmers continue to sell their produce in the local markets at reduced rates. To a large extent, this is their compulsion because the poor farmers are obliged to sell their produce to the mahajans and money lenders from whom they raise loans to meet most of their farming needs. इस वाले पॉइंट में क्या था? जो फार्मर्स थे उनको जो 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 भी उन्होंने उगाया होता है, जो भी उन्होंने प्रोड्यूस किया होता है, उसका ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा पार्ट उन्हें मनी लैंडर्स को देना पड़ता था, जिनसे कि उन्होंने फाइनेंस लिया था इंटरेस्ट रेट पे। तो क्या करते थे वो लोग, जो मनी लैंडर्स थे वो कम रेट पे ही उनसे ले लेते थे, मतलब उनका भी घाटा हो जाता था इसमें, बट उनका मतलब उनकी क्या बोल सकता है उसको, उनकी मजबूरी थी, उनको बेचना पड़ता था उनको कम रेट पे भी। नेक्स्ट आ गया हमारा मीजर्स पॉलिसीज एम्प्लॉय टू डेवलप एग्रीकल्चर। कौन से मीजर्स लिए गए थे एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर को डेवलप करने के लिए? सबसे पहले आ गया हमारा इंक्रीज इन एरिया अंडर कल्टिवेशन. So increase in area under cultivation is possible in two ways: increase in net sown area and multiple cropping. And what is multiple cropping? Which is sowing of more than one crop in a given area in a year. During 5-year plans, both these methods have been adopted to increase the area under cultivation. फिर आ गया हमारा more irrigation. In order to increase the productivity of agriculture, irrigation facilities have been expanded. Several major and minor irrigation projects were launched in the country. Area under irrigation has increased mainly due to the construction of multi-purpose projects and tube wells. Then comes fertilizers. Fertilizers are being increasingly used to increase the productivity of agriculture. Compost manure is being made at village level. Then high yielding varieties of seeds, that is HYV seeds. Since 1965, high yielding varieties of seeds have been in use. These seeds are the principal cause behind increasing agricultural production. HYVs of seeds, especially relating to wheat, bajra, rice, maize, jowar, and cotton, have been evolved. Then comes plant protection. Several steps have been taken to protect the crops against disease and insects. 14 central plant production centers have been set up in this respect. For plant protection, integrated pest management program was adopted. Then scientific cultivation. I hope guys आप लोगों को समझ आ रहा होगा. Then comes scientific cultivation. Much stress has been laid on scientific cultivation during 5-year plans. It relates to selection of crops and their quality, preparation of soil, crop rotation, selection of seed, proper use of manure, dry farm, etc. All these things are included in the scientific cultivation. Then comes development of agricultural land. Attempts have also been made for the development of agricultural land in 5-year plans. Arrangements have been made for leveling of land, sloping of land, terracing of land, etc. Uh, and our last point is credit facilities. Cooperative credit societies have been developed to provide credit to the farmers at low rate of interest. Number of land development banks has been increased. At present, there are 95,000 primary cultural credit societies and 768 primary cooperative agricultural and rural development banks functioning in the country. After nationalization, commercial banks have been giving liberal loans to agriculturists. Regional rural banks and farmer service societies have been established to provide credit facilities to the farmers. That's all guys. अगर आपको इसके नोट्स चाहिए होंगे, जो भी मैंने आज तक पढ़ाया है, किसी भी टॉपिक के आपको नोट्स चाहिए होंगे तो आप मेरे को नीचे कमेंट बॉक्स में कमेंट कर देना, मैं आपको नोट्स प्रोवाइड कर दूँगी.